Have you ever been really passionate about a big cause? Maybe you've walked at a Relay for Life walk or talked to your principal about changing school rules. Meet Alejandra, a lobbyist. A lobbyist is a person who tries to get lawmakers to make changes in our laws and policies. Lobbying can be a full-time job, but anyone who voices their opinion to the government can be a lobbyist. Examples of lobbying include writing your state officials asking them to vote for a specific law, or giving a speech in front of Congress about the issues you care about. Lobbyists argue for certain laws to be passed by members of Congress. For example, a lobbyist might argue for stricter gun laws. Lobbying is legal because people in the United States have the right to free speech. Free speech is protected under the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, which means that we have the right to speak our minds. According to the First Amendment, the government cannot stop people from speaking freely. Alejandra is a lobbyist who is arguing for stricter gun laws. These laws would limit the way people can buy, sell, or use guns in the United States. Right now, Alejandra is preparing to give a speech in front of Congress about gun control laws. To prepare, she needs to make a strong argument that will persuade lawmakers to vote for stricter gun laws. First, Alejandra researches the Second Amendment. This amendment says a well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms, shall not be infringed. Alejandra researches the Second Amendment to understand that people living in the U.S. have the right to arm themselves with guns. The Second Amendment was included in the Constitution so that people could protect themselves. Next, Alejandra interviews people who are both in favor of and against stricter gun laws. That way, she can understand different perspectives before she writes her speech. First, she interviews Chris. Chris is a gun owner and believes that the government cannot take away Americans' Second Amendment rights. Chris believes that if the government takes away people's rights to own guns, people will not be able to protect themselves. Next, Alejandra interviews Barbara. Barbara is in favor of stricter gun laws. She says that the Constitution was written so that a militia could be legally armed, not everyday citizens. Barbara also says that modern guns are very different from the guns that were used when the Constitution was written. Barbara explains that the Second Amendment can still be followed, but that there should be stricter laws that make people go through safety training and background checks before they can legally own a gun. Alejandra is ready to start writing her speech to present in front of Congress. She wants lawmakers to know that people's right to own guns will not be taken away if gun safety laws are passed. Now that you've learned about how to be a lobbyist, it's time for you to go on an adventure.